According to the book, social penetration theory is the process of developing deeper intimacy with another person through mutual self-disclosure and other forms of vulnerability. The theory was developed by Erwin Altman in 1973. The purpose of the theory was to explain how individuals formed close bonds and became physiologically closer. Essentially, Altman's theory was that the more information shared between people, the closer those people became. If we look at dating on average, we can see Altman's theory at work. This is where we are introduced to the idea of breadth and depth. Breadth is surface conversation, whereas depth is the more personal information related to one's self-concept. The model Altman uses is an onion. He explained that an onion has many layers, just as people do, and as people get to know each other more, the more layers are peeled back. According to the Social Penetration Theory article by Carter, only by developing a relationship with someone can their inner layers be revealed. It did give a few examples of the different stages, and we start off with the orientation stage. On the first date, we share basic and superficial information. And as more dates occur, the more intimate and personal the conversations become. So on the first date, you might talk about how you own a cat or you prefer dogs, whereas on the third date, fourth date, you might get into some serious information about your family and more about your personal life. This is non-intimate, superficial information. Then we go to the exploratory affective stage, which would be intimate details, views. An affective stage, which is personal and romantic information. And then the stable stage. And the stable stage is core values, what that person is really about. After finding out all that information, we go to the de-penetration. And that is when somebody decides if they're going to stay in this relationship or if they're going to leave because they were put off by any one of those details. It also mentions in the article how people choose to disclose information and how it's based on 3 factors. And those factors would be personal characteristics. Is that person an introvert or an extrovert? The idea of reward and cost. Would there be any repercussions for giving out these personal or intimate details? And situational context. Is the information disclosed appropriate, especially for that time? We are now going to discuss how the theory is applied in regards to dating and the use of technology.
So now we will talk about how the social penetration theory has changed. Well, one major factor is online dating with the use of technology. Forms of online dating include Tinder, Match.com, eHarmony, Christian Mingle, and even a site called Farmers Only. And there are plenty more where that came from. You can see how specific each online dating account can get based off an individual's personal preference. For example, using the online dating apps such as Tinder, you see that right off the bat you can tell what the person looks like, their age, region in which they live, and interests even. This right here already cancels out the first step in the onion model, biographical data. You don't have to run into someone on the street or at the bar to find someone with similar interests. Because of online dating, you can sit in the comfort of your own home, or anywhere as a matter of fact, to find a potential partner with similar interests. Some positives to this new form of socializing and dating are 1, it's quick and requires little effort. 2, you're allowed to be picky without necessarily hurting the other person's feelings or offending them. 3, people tend to be more confident behind a computer or a phone screen. 4, you can display your positive attributes only if you'd like. 5, it can boost your self-esteem if someone likes your profile and you can physically see all the people interested in you. But with that are some cons to this new trend of online dating. Such as 1, people can lie about their age to hopefully connect with someone else that age, and they can lie about any information they'd like to over the internet. 2, this can lead to catfishing, where people pretend to be someone else for various different reasons. 3, too much information. you already know some layers of the person you are interested in, which can skip a layer in the onion model as well, where less communication is needed to find out about a potential partner. 4, it's heavily based off looks. Before getting to know the person, you show interest, usually based off their initial looks and their profile picture. And 5, little effort, which can also be a con because since there is such little effort being put in the first initial meeting, it can cause the relationship to lack some effort as well. People can disclose information quicker online than if they met in person. As stated by Pennington discussing this theory, he says, previous layers have merged together to form one layer of information that can be accessed by the internet. eHarmony is more serious for lifelong partners, whereas Tinder has been known for just finding a hookup. You pay to find this information instead of waiting. For our extension of the theory, we have looked into making a different model to represent the theory as a whole, going from an onion to a BLT. This means that the old social penetration theory used the model of an onion because when you first meet someone, you have to peel back each of the layers one by one to get to know people on a deeper level. Now that we have things like Facebook, Tinder, and other forms of online dating, it is becoming more of a BLT, a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich. A BLT is very straightforward, and you know exactly what you're going to have in your sandwich from the very start. This is just like online dating. You know exactly what you'll be getting or wanting from this person right off the bat. Instead of having to peel back each of their layers, our new model is hashtag all in the sandwich. We now have the ability to merge these layers together. This is what our whole extension is about, is condescending the model into a more concise understanding of what the theory is by now knowing that we can skip the first 2 steps of name, age, and where you're from, and also likes and dislikes. It is shown that more and more people are becoming open to being deeper with people over the internet. The positives of this will be 1, improving likes and dislikes. You don't have to waste your time going on a few dates and not end up liking each other. Technology will work for that. 2, efficient. It is quicker and easier to go online to search for someone and their information than it is to meet up and talk in person with them. 3, giving validity, because that way you know what you want from the other person and they know the same from you. 4, you are allowed to be pickier because no one will know your taste in men, women, but yourself, so you can find people that will be compatible with your taste. 5, self-disclosing quicker, making it easier for people to get to know you and wanting to get to know you. If they like the information that was given, like on Tinder, if you have similar interests, you'll be more likely to reach out to those people. This being said, this will be the best way to extend the theory, is to condense it because with online dating and social media, we are able to disclose sooner rather than later. To summarize, instead of it being a multi-step process like an onion, it will be a condensed process like the BLT. Read on the BLT on both layers is what you want people to look at you as or perceive you, and then the BLT is all the information in between you choose to give out.